All right. Well, I'm Kathleen Sweeney with BookBrush. I'm the marketing lead and customer service manager here at BookBrush. And I'm excited to be part of LitCon I think this is the second one I've been able to join. So that's pretty cool. What I'm going to show you today are the BookBrush tools, a nice overview of most everything that you can do with BookBrush. And I'll try to mention there are some things on a free plan at bookbrush.com. So I'll mention which things those are. And then if you decide that you wanted to upgrade, you'll see a lot of the other features as well. So we built BookBrush specifically for authors. So, there's a lot of nice design tools out there, but they're not all designed specifically with the author in mind. So I think that's what's really cool about our tools. I'm going to start with the cover creator because I think we've got some entrepreneurs in this group who maybe want to get started with covers. And then I'll walk you through how you can use those covers in the rest of the tools here. So we're going to go across the top to tools and down to cover creator and hop right in. So there's an invitation in the center to our Facebook group. And so if you are interested in that and you're on Facebook, it's a really nice supportive community where people post things that they made in BookBrush or have questions about BookBrush. And I just love working in the author community because everybody's so helpful to each other. It's not like just one person needs to win. Folks will jump in and help each other in there before we even get a chance to say something. So that's the Facebook group. Now the tools are over here on the left-hand side. And in the cover creator, you can do ebook, print, or audio. So I'll show you just real quick how we can do our own ebook cover. And we also have community templates. Those are what our graphic designer puts together as a starting point. And those are all available for you to try. This is on a paid plan, but you can do try before you buy. So you could design a cover, see how you like it, and then decide if you want to upgrade. So let's just jump in. We'll do an ebook. So I'm going to click on ebook on the left-hand side. And you can scroll down. There's Kindle, Kobo, and Wattpad. I'm going to choose Kindle. It puts it here in the workspace for us. And then we can just build it. So I'm going to go to the background step on the left. This searches from over 1 million free images. I'm going to search beach because I'm in Illinois and it is not beachy. And I would love to be at the beach. So we'll look for a beach image here. And there's all these different choices that you can put in. So you can add one. And it goes into the workspace. On the right-hand side, there's a couple little handy icons. One is an eyeball. I call it the eye icon. So you can open that up. And excuse me, you can stretch these. You can also double click the background to do all the other editing and things like that. So there's a slider to resize and fun things like, I think this is kind of nice. You can add different colors behind and adjust the transparency. I'm going to turn this eye back off and really change your cover from maybe creepy to cozy to eerie. So you can take one type of cover and change with just that color underneath. So explore that. And if you change your mind, you can just take those off. Then you have overlays that go on top and those filters, just like when you post to Instagram, you can change the filters too. So you can play around with background. Next, you'll need your text. So we'll go back to the left to text, add a new text box, and I'm going to type in book title, super original here today. And you can edit a couple hidden gems in here. Under font, it's going to default to Fahala 1. But you can click add more fonts. And we have 1,000 different fonts in here for you to choose from. So you can really find something that will resonate with you and your genre and your book cover. I tend to filter here at the top by like display and the handwritten ones. So anything that you want to add to your list in here, you can just click and check mark next to it. This is also where on the right-hand side, you could upload a custom font. So if you've purchased a font that you're going to use on your book covers and your marketing and things, you can upload it here in BookBrush and use it there. So now we have those. When I go to the font under just added, they're right here. So I can click on those. If it would happen to word wrap, you can just drag and get it rearranged. And let's see. So here's the other one that we put in. And you can do the usual things like centering increasing the text. Fun things like a different color. There would be gradient if you want to do that kind of thing, and adjust transparency, the text shadow. So I like text shadow a lot. I'm going to move this down here and you'll be able to see with this slider, you really get some definition when you add the text shadow, and it makes it kind of a crisp look. You can also change that color depending on your genre and what you're working on. I tend to like the black, but that's there for us. So the text shadow and then line height will stretch it out. And you can also do the letter spacing to stretch it out and make it more compact. So we can add this and just play with those different fonts. If you like these different things, if the color's not working for you, you could change all the things. So personalize that. And then you can add a new text box here. We'll get our author name added. Type this in. I should have made you the author, Richard, but we'll just use author name. All right, I'm going to stretch that out and place it at the bottom. And then another cool tool that we have in here that I love to talk about is background removal. This uses artificial intelligence to literally peel the background away from an image with a person, a product, a vehicle, or an animal. So you can create something that did not exist before. So I'll show you. You can go to background, and I'm going to type in back. So essentially, it's like the back of a person. We're going to try that. And then you'll see these different thumbnail images. And there are 3 little dots in the corner. So you can click remove background, verify the credit. And here's what's happening. Instead of being on the left in that image, she has joined us on our book cover, completely separate from that. So this is a great way to get some images and things for your cover that are really personal and unique, because nobody else is going to have this. Now you can layer these images with these tiny arrows at the bottom. So for example, I can send her behind the text and put her on the beach. And you're able to take this, it's going to be in here as an image in your account. So you can add things like you could do the filters on this person. You can blur. You can do all kinds of things. It works on your own images too. So if you purchased a photo that you want a couple or this person on your book cover, you can use that background removal tool in here and add that to your book cover. So we have quickly created this book cover. I'm going to make our book title even bigger. I feel like it needs to be more prominent. All right. So we quickly did this, and we are going to, I always say, save as a template. That way you can come back and make quick little changes if you want to. And then if you are ready, you will go to download, and I'll just choose a PNG. And there's a little spot where you can save it into, right here, into your covers. This way you can use it in the other tools. You also can save it to your computer so that you can use it outside of BookBrush and upload it places, but there's a handy way to do it right in here. So that is how to do a quick ebook cover. Now, that may seem like kind of a lot to take on, and so I would encourage you to try the community templates too. So I'll show you those. Over on the left-hand side, what we saved as a template is going to be in projects. So anything that you make in here would be my projects, and you can come and see those. Nobody else can see them, just you. And then the templates in here, these are the community templates that the graphic designer puts together, and you can edit everything about them. And in fact, you can filter on the left. So if, for example, we just want ebook, we can choose just these. And you can also filter under the genre. And, you know, it's mix and match. So if you want mystery, thriller, and crime, add all of those in, and you can see the options. And we'll just grab one so you can see. If you click on this, you can edit everything about it, but you didn't have to start from scratch. What I think this is nice for is it gives you an idea in your genre. Where are people putting things on the cover? Where is there a small subtitle? Where's the title going? You can move them, but you can also just replace. So I could click author name, put my name in here, change the title, change the font. You could even take the background completely out. I could click on the background, delete that, and search for something different. So it's not going to look like anybody else's, but yet it's kind of a comfortable way to get started and know where things would go. So those are the community templates. I want to click back to those. I'm going to unclick these, and just give you a look at print.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I love these. You can get your creative juices flowing, but from a starting point instead of a blank slate. So there's all these cool print options as well. And then I'm going to unclick print and we'll just show you audio. So there's a lot of audio things in here too. So lots of cool choices in here to do covers. I'm going to just refresh. I want to show you how detailed the print option is while we're in here. When you go to print, you'll need to enter your trim size. And this would be the size of your final book. So let's say 5 1/4 by 8. So you would know that. Choose your paper type. Fiction is typically cream, where nonfiction is often white, but it's just important so you know the right thickness. And then when you enter your page count, so let's say 330 page book of cream, it's going to put it right here in the workspace for you. And the spine is the right width for this 330 pages of cream. So you're kind of working with what's in here. So I love the community templates, and you can just build just like we did, but you also have the option in here on the left to add your covers. So sometimes what folks do, it depends where you are in your writing journey. You may already have your front cover, so you can bring the cover in and then you can tackle that print wraparound with the rest of the tools in here. So that is a nice option for folks who are wanting to get that print cover done. Same thing for audio. Excuse me. Woo. They'll bring their audio, their print or ebook cover in and then use that to design the audio cover. So it's lots of options. So I know we don't have a large group that's live, but if you have questions on any of the things, let me know, and then we will head to another tool. All right. I'm going to head over. So we'll
real quick, these
Sure.
the templates it's showing us, this is in the paid version, not the free version, correct?
Yes, correct. The cover creator itself is not on the free version, but we do have try before you buy. So I'm in a paid plan for my example, but if you're in the free plan, you'll see a little stripe here that says try before you buy. So you can get into all of those. You can do all the things. And if you like it, just save it as a project in there and then upgrade in order to download. If you're on the free version, it would download with that watermark, a BookBrush watermark otherwise, but at least you can see if you like what you design before you would decide to do a paid version. Good question.
Okay, thank you.
All right. And the background removal that I was talking about. So after the free version, we have 3 paid plans. There's Plus, Gold, and Platinum. You can buy background removal on any paid plan. So if you want to do that, it's 50 credits for $40 and they don't expire. So you can do a ton of those. The top plan, the Platinum, includes 10 of those per month, and those do accumulate. So you could either buy them or treat yourself to that plan and have the 10 per month. All right, we are going to go to Tools and into the Custom Creator. This is our flagship tool. This is the first thing we built. Then we added things around it. This is where you'll go to create your marketing images for various platforms. So you'll see on the left, the different icons and things like Facebook, for example. You see all these different sizes. And Twitter. And Instagram. And Pinterest. YouTube. BookBub is real tiny. Oops, click on BookBub. It's just 300 by 250 pixels. So just make sure if you choose BookBub that it's real small. You won't want to do that unless it's going only on BookBub. It can tend to look pixelated. So lots of choices in here. Also under card, business cards and postcards. And some of my favorites under other, bookmarks and coasters. So someday we're going to be in person again and you can have your swag ready for your readers, design bookmarks and coasters and things like that. So there's cool things in there. We're going to do a Facebook ad together. So I'm going to click on Facebook and choose this. It's 1200 by 628 pixels. I'm choosing it just because it's big, gives us a lot of room to work in here. And then you can build the ad from scratch, just like we did the cover, or you can use all the community templates. Now, this custom creator is what's on the free plan. You can create and download 15 images for free in here. And if you're on the free plan, On this download at the top stripe, there will be a little circle with 15 and it'll count you down for your download. So you can try out what's in here. I'm going to go first to book template on the left-hand side. And this is one place, I mean, I think BookBrush shines in a lot of places for authors, but this is one place it really shines. There are over 90 3D templates in here that you can put your book in. Now they're displayed with a sample image. So you'll see that is a sample. We've got cool things like Polaroid pictures. We've got the children's book sizes, your cover reveals. Now, because there are a bunch, you can filter. So we'll come back to the top and click like physical book, for example. You'll see just the physical books. Ebook. Now, ebooks, you'll notice face every which way, whereas the physical book is positioned so you don't see the spine, because you would need to upload a separate image for the spine, and we don't want it to be that complicated. So you'll just put your front image in here for these. And then again, there's phone, audio, hands, all the cover reveals are grouped together. So cool things in here. Spiral is kind of, we've got those low, no content folks. You might like those spiral images too. So I'm going to do a collage. I think a powerful way to show your readers the way that they can get your book is by using a collage. So I'm going to do a physical book first. I'm going to choose this. Now it takes me to the books that I've already loaded, including the one we just did together. So we'll put that in here. Takes a minute to load. I think it's slower when I'm live. So we can bring this over. I'm going to resize by double clicking and doing the slider. You can also, and this is probably my favorite way, hold the shift key and just drag the corner so that it stays in proportion. And what I mean by that is sometimes if you drag the side, it can get wonky. The undo button is in the upper left. So if that happens, don't panic. Or maybe you want it just a little shifted if your book is a different size. So you could do that. Now we're doing a collage. So the next thing I'm going to add is an ebook. We'll go to ebook, choose one of these, add my book. So this is visually showing your readers, oh, here are the ways that I can get the book. So I can bring this in. And again, I'm going to just hold shift and grab that corner. And we talked about the layering when we brought in the girl on the stamp, but you can layer these items too with these little arrows. So for example, I can send that iPad backwards or send the book back behind. So you can adjust those and you can continue to edit. So if you're here and thinking, oh, I want that book a little bigger, I can bring that up. And then I'm going to add a phone for my collage. So on the left, I'll choose phone, add this in and drop this in. So I love all the 3D options. Now you can also add a bunch of the same. So if you want to line up a bunch of ebooks or a bunch of physical books, you can certainly do that too. So then we've got our collage. I'm going to add a background. So on the left, I'll choose background. And again, you can upload your own or you can search. There are some sample ones here too, if you're not sure what to search. I'm going to search. I like texture. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't compete with what you're doing. So let's just try this cool background. So this is something kind of, I like the color. I'm going to double click background. And another tip I think is to blur. So keep an eye as I blur this, unblur and blur. Your eyes focus onto the books because that's what is in focus. So a bit of a blur on the background can be a nice touch. And you have the overlays and filters and things in here too. So next, if you're satisfied with that background, you can go to text, add a new text box, and we are going to put in a quote. We just wrote this book 5 minutes ago, but we're going to say it's riveting. So we've got our quote, and you bring this around, and you can do all the edit text styling things. Again, you got access to those 1,000 fonts that you added, and you can adjust transparency. You've got that awesome text shadow in here. And I like make it a button. Now, it's not possible to embed a hyperlink into a PNG or a JPEG, but it gives you that nice look. And we can resize that. You can also, again, send things in front and behind. So we could send that back. And maybe choose, so in the text editing, the top is for the text itself and the bottom is the text background. So we could choose a pop of color to make it eye-catching here. And you can do a shadow on the box if you can see that. and a border too, if you'd like to. And you can just resize the box by dragging. We'll click it. We can bring it if you want it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to go to the images next on the left. And this is why I added space. I'm giving my book 5 stars too. So we will add this in. And this you can resize a bit. And you could even add more text boxes if you want your quote to be like, oh, this is from Amazon reviewer. You can add those things in here. So images has
a good book.
Oh yeah, it was written in 5 minutes ago and it's 5 stars already. This is outstanding. This is how it works, right? You write it. So things that you have, and you could of course not do the 5 stars, but all these different community stamps are for everybody. And you'll see on like available at Amazon, underneath it says more from Amazon, and you'll see these different colors. So sometimes, like for example, this white might look really nice on that dark background, and you can resize these things and move them around. So I'll click through here. There's like decorative things that you can add. All the social media options are here. Audio, things that you can add. The bookshelves, I think, are worth a mention. These are really great if you want to line up, and there's tables under here too, to line up your books for the top of your either your Facebook page or your newsletter. You can line them all up on a shelf. Bestseller stamps for our authors. And then the blank stamps are really nice because they can pair nicely to just do a call to action. So we could grab this and send it behind and then position it in here. So the blank stamps layer really nicely. And again, you can undo anything. You can just go backwards and you can get rid of things with the garbage can. So you've got all these choices in here. Some hands to work with. And although you can create text boxes, there are also just some nice text stamps that you can add right in here. So check those out. These are the community stamps. These are for everybody. Then My Images is where you upload your own images, or if you do something like background removal, these things will live in here too. So those are just yours in your account. And then Searchable gives you another 100,000 interesting images that you can add to, whatever you might be looking for. Search it in there and see what you can find. So any questions about stamps or doing an ad in here, let me know. All right, so save as a template. You always want to, I always say save. On the paid plans, you can save up to 50, but it's a rolling 50. You can always just delete some that you don't need. I think the free, you can save 10. So you have those, you'll find them on the left. The templates, the My Project tab has the ones that you've put together. Now, a couple other things that you can do in here. I'm going to take the background and delete that. And under the background step, we searched images, but there are also videos. So I'm going to let's look for ocean here and add in like a cool effect. And you hover over these to see what they're going to do. So I'll click on this first one and add it in. Now, when you add that, you'll see this play button on the top stripe. So you've got that cool motion. Now, when you add this, the system can tell. And in the download, you'll have a fourth option for an MP4. Now, the video background effects here are on the paid plans, but it is a cool option to catch a reader's eye. And you can put those anywhere that accepts an MP4. So I'm going to pause that. We're going to let's go back to our template. And another cool feature, I love it, on the platinum.
Sure, don't want to get that brand new book.
Yeah, that's a risk. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Whew, maybe I should have gone with some wind. We can also animate on the platinum plan. So I'm going to click just the phone as an example, and we can add animation. And maybe you just want to catch a little motion. I'm going to add shake. So now when I push play in here, that one item is shaking. And I set it for 3 seconds. I could increase it. So that's cool. That's on the top plan, but you can animate any piece of it. I would just say don't animate every single thing, or it's like too much. But I'll show you here under my saved projects. Here's one that I've got the books animated where they kind of roll in one after another. So they're hiding until it's their turn. So that's a cool idea to do that kind of thing. All right, so here in the custom creator, we also have the community templates. So I'll show you those next. Just like in the cover creator, These are all these templates and things. There's a more robust filter over here. So under genre, like you saw before, but let me reduce that. Platform has an amazing amount of choices, from Facebook ads and BookBub ads all the way down to bookmarks, Zoom backgrounds, because we're all going to be on Zoom for a while. So you can really choose some cool things in there, and everything is completely able to edit. So we could pick this one here on my book. Where did the book go? Here we go. Click on it, swap covers, put our book in. Takes a minute to load, or two. Let me make sure it doesn't have any transparency. I had fiddled with the transparency, I think. So you can add this right here and then download, or you can change anything you want. So check out all these different community templates for quick ideas for just putting your book in. And there are, I think, over 1,600 in here that you can add. Here, this one, this fits our book that we did. If we hadn't revealed the cover yet, we could swap covers, put our book in, and then we'd be able to download this. So we kind of got options for every step of the process. And if this wasn't the one for you, you can just delete this, still use this ad, but choose a different book template on the side. So those are the community templates, and then also the video background effects that live here in the custom creator as well. So we've got a lot to cover. I'm going to move to another tool, but let me know if there's any questions on what we have here. All right. The tools on the top stripe is where you're headed, and we are going to go next into instant mockups. Instant mockups is our most popular tool, and it's all those real life images where you just simply drop your book in. So it's set up, you click your cover in the first step. If you have not chosen or uploaded your cover, you can still do it right here. So we'll choose our cover that we made, and you can filter in step 2. Now I will say I'm in a paid plan, but if you're on the free plan or the plus, because these start on gold, in the keywords, you'll see the word free. So there's some that you can do on the free plan, so you can give it a try. And I'm going to do just one real quick to start. I think this feels like a St. Patrick's Day theme. So I'm not going to filter anything on step 2, but I've got my book in step 1. Here in step 3, I chose one image, and I'm going to go down to step 4, convert now. And when you do 1, it's going to download directly to your computer as a PNG. So we'll open this up. And look how awesome that is. I didn't even have to make cookies or get this drink ready. And I've got this cool image that I can upload right to social media. And then let's do a bigger batch too. So we can choose, you could always switch, do a different book if you want to. I'm going to unselect all. And let's do like spring. Well, here, let's look at all of these. I'm going to do just a variety here so you can kind of get an idea. They take about 4 seconds a piece to download, so we don't want to do too many, but give you a fun idea. Did I get any verticals? Maybe we have one in here. We'll try this one. All right, we've got a handful. I'm going to go to step 4, convert now. And this part, I would just warn you, don't do like 200 if you're in a time crunch, because you'll be sitting there waiting, but these will be cool to show you. And I look through Instagram sometimes and I'm like, ooh, that was our image. I love seeing those. And then what folks do sometimes, I'm going to download this, they will bring it into the custom creator, the tool we were just in, and add some text and things like that. So this is a zip file. So I'm going to extract all, so we can have a look. And I'll open it up, and then we'll just click through. So here's the first one, the next one. And a lot of these would suit a variety of genres. The colors actually turned out really great in that one too. So we just did a nice little set, but these are on the gold plan and higher. And then our platinum plan has some premium ones as well. So those are the instant mockups. I'm going to refresh and show you the premium ones because they're really neat. There are over 1,000 total, but the premium ones, they have a little star in the corner. So I'm in a plan that allows those. If you're on the other ones, you'll see them. So you can see if those are ones you want. But just look how awesome these are. I'll keep scrolling. And super easy. You just drop your book cover in and you're ready to go. These are a little more genre specific, so you can look through and see a lot of the ones. There's 190 premium. A lot of the ones on the gold plan are suitable for really any genre. But I love the variety and the options that are in here. So these are instant mock-ups. Let me know if you have questions on those. All right, we are going to head next to the box set creator. So we'll go to tools and down to box set creator. So this one is kind of a neat tool. When we had our beta testers, the group of authors that were working on this for us, they indicated that a lot of times they don't have the spine. So they have their front cover, but not the spine. So what we ended up building was a way for folks to be able to create their spine first. So on the left where it says choose a box set, you'll see it says, do you need to create a spine first? And yep, you probably do. So that's what we'll do together. I'm going to click that. You'll go to community templates. So just like in the other tools, we've got you covered with these community templates here. And we'll just pick one and we will make a quick box set. So these you can edit just like the other tools where it says your book cover goes here. I'm going to click and swap covers. I'm going to use the 3 covers I had in here so we can do the 3 book set. In the text area, you can click, and again, you have access to those 1,000 fonts, to all kinds of different things in here. Let's find something. Let's do a skinny one. And I'm going to type it in. So we'll put in when no one was looking. It's always hard to type when people are watching. Now I want to reduce the font size here. And this is a time when that letter spacing can be handy because you could make it a little bit more compact. And you can also move things. So I could scoot this book up if I want to or need to. And then where there's the 1, I could say, oh, I want to do a different font for that and change it. And change whatever you want in here. So this will be spine number 1. I'm going to save it as a template. And then we are going to go in this top stripe to download and save. And I'm going to download it right up here, open it up and download into spines. So we've just made spine number 1. Now on the book, I'm going to click swap covers and we'll put in book 2. Now I'm cheating a little because these all have the same main title, so I don't have to retype that, but you could always do that for each one, and you can change the color, all the things that would fit with your book. Now this is going to be spine number 2, so we'll change that to a 2, and you can move things around if you want to. Then download and save. So this will go into spines as well. Save to spines. And then we're going to make spine number 3. So I'll click on the books, swap covers, add that one in. I don't need to change the text, but I am going to click on the 2 and make it a 3. And then we will download and save this into spines also. Save to spines. All right, so we're going to make a 3 book box set. So we just made the 3 spines. I'm going to click over here on the left to box sets, and there's kind of a thinner or a thicker version. So I'm going to go to the thicker version here, and you can actually have from 2 all the way up to 10. You would just need to make that many spines. We made 3. So I'm going to pick this 3 book set here, and I'm just going to assemble it. So it calls for spine number 1. So we'll click on that. Then it asks for spine number 2. Spine number 3. So now we've got the 3 spines in there. It's a 3 book set. So the 4th image is the front. I'm going to click back over to covers and add the front. So the magic is happening in the background. It's putting it all together here. And there's a quick box set image. So, people pay designers a lot of money to do this. You could do it yourself here in BookBrush. This is on the gold plan and higher, and you can click save in BookBrush. I say save this to your images so you can use it over in the other tools, and then you'll save it to your computer, and we'll pull it up. It downloads as a really nice looking PNG. So I believe you would pay a designer a lot, and we did that pretty quickly in just a few minutes. Now I need to mention that the box is not actually being created. It's just a marketing image. There's no actual box, but it's a great way if you've got a series that you haven't been able to market in that box, or is the set. You can create that, and then you would be able to upload that to a retailer. So that is the box set creator. I also want to mention, if you are one of those lucky ducks who does have your spines, you can bring those in. You don't have to use our spine templates and things. So any questions on the box set? Let me know. All right. So then I want to show you our video creator. So we have a new tool that we launched. Well, I guess it's March now, say this month, at the beginning of February, and it's to make book trailers. So just a quick little look at that. We can go to tools and whoops, video creator. We are changing the name to trailer creator, I think early next week. So it shows a little bit more what that involves. But what I would suggest in here again, community templates. And we've got these awesome looking templates here. You click and it's literally got everything. So I'm going to pull up this timeline below. Our designer put together all these things. So it's got the 4 images, the text boxes, all the things, and you can just edit and change them. I'm going to push play though, so you can kind of get the idea of how it would look, because there's some sample images in here. So we'll play. Not sure if you can hear the sound or not. We're halfway there. All right, so that is a book trailer. Hopefully you could hear the music that went with it. You can change the music. There are 100 different types of commercial-free music in here. And if it looked choppy at all to you, sometimes that gliding Ken Burns in the background, it's the effect, is a little bit choppy on Zoom, but believe me, it's smooth and amazing when you're viewing it in person. So these are great because our community templates, I'm going to click on the layers on the right hand side. You have all the different layers. You can just click the book, and of course you can swap. We can put our book in here, and each place where it says your passage, I'll wait for that to pop up. You can click each one and you can put in your text, your blurb. Super easy to edit. And then the background images also, you can just swap out. So like this doesn't work for you, you can come over here to the left. You'll see in this stripe, it says you're replacing. So you can go to search, and, you know, maybe you were doing something more romantic. You could search for that and see what you could find. And you'll substitute that image in there and change it. So easy to edit, and you get this cool book trailer. You can also shorten it. So I'm going to open up the workspace down here. With this timeline, everything is adjustable. So each one of these is the second that goes across, but you can reduce and change it. So people have been really excited. It's just in beta testing, so it's new. We're making improvements every day on this, and that is on the platinum level only. So those are the book trailers. Now I want to show everybody the different plans that we have. So we'll go out here to the main page. and then we will be able to wrap up. So the plans that we have are the Plus, Gold, and Platinum. And so Plus, they're all paid yearly. Plus starts, it's $99 a year, and they're all unlimited downloads. You just have access to different features on them. So the cover creator, and then on the Plus, Gold is most popular because it includes those instant mock-ups and the box set creator. And then Platinum includes animation and then the beta testing and things like that. So very cool tools for authors. So we are in the author niche and we love it. Other things you'll find in here, we've got handy blog posts that we, that have different topics for the author community. So you can check those out. And then on the account page, and even on your free account, you'll see when you go down, it says more webinars. And we have ones that focus on each tool at a time. So if you joined this session, but really wanted to learn more about one thing or another, we have different sessions for each one. So for example, next Tuesday, I have the Cover Creator 101, and it's about 30 minutes long, but we'll do a lot more in the covers. So if you're wanting to learn more of any of these things, join these free sessions. They're recorded too, because life is hard, to make sure you can get there. So as long as you sign up, you'll get the recording, and you can watch it with your coffee whenever works for you. So that is BookBrush. Welcome to the BookBrush tools, and thanks for joining me today. We'll see if anybody has questions. We can hop back around. Each tool has a lot more to offer, but I wanted to make sure, because I know everybody's got different sessions today, that we didn't go on too long. All right. Richard, let me know if anybody needs anything else, or I can finish up here and then I'll get the recording over for you guys. Thanks for letting me join LitCon today.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. And I mean, I'm actually floored the capabilities in this. I mean, like I said before we started, I had started poking around with the freebie stuff, and I did a couple of images in there just for fun, just to have a couple of Facebook 3D mock-ups.
Sure.
I have no idea the capabilities of what BookBrush can do. So I'm floored.
Awesome. And I had somebody mention they were late, and I'm going to send the recording out so you can catch the beginning if that, life comes first. So don't worry about being late, but I'll get the recording out. And I'd love to have you guys, if you haven't signed up for the free plan, do that. And then take these classes, because like Richard said, you kind of poke around, but it's sometimes hard to know where to start. So signing up for some of these will get you a lot more comfortable with the tools. All right. Well, I will stop the screen sharing, and then I get this back from Zoom usually, within the hour. So I'll get it over to you, and then let me know if anybody has questions or anything that come to you, and send them in. There's a spot on the account page. There's a contact form that people can send something in. All right. Well, enjoy your Friday.